So let's take a comfortable seated position. You can have your legs out in front or crossed, whatever works for you. If you lift it up, lift your hips up, might make it a bit more comfortable. Thank you for being here today for your yoga practice. So today we're going to focus on radiance, and we'll do a nice active asana, and then we'll have a lovely restorative yoga Nidra. So let's lift up our spines. Imagine there's a cord going up through your spine, up through the top of the head. So you're lifting up your spine so it's nice and tall. Bring your left hand to your chest and your right hand to your belly. Let's take some nice deep breaths, connecting to our breath. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest. I invite you to close your eyes. Just come into your yoga space and relax into your little energetic bubble for yoga. And just connecting to the breath. As you notice that rise and fall in your chest and your belly. Scanning your body, noticing how it feels. How it feels to sit down and take some time out of your day for yourself. Notice if there's any tight bits or any areas of your body that might be a little stiff. Imagine you're breathing the energy into those areas. And noticing your thoughts. If you've had a busy morning, try to acknowledge the thoughts and let them just pass over you. I've got a little quote for our radiance today, that's just the theme of our practice. When you understand who and what you are, your radiance projects into the universal radiance, and everything around you becomes creative and full of opportunity. So as we move into our practice today, thinking about radiance and thinking about how your energy radiates out. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And then releasing your hands to your knees, giving your shoulders a little roll. Just rolling them backwards. And then rolling them forwards. And then lifting your hands above your head. Stretching up, lifting up through the chest and looking up. And then relaxing your hands back down. If you're sitting on a block, come down to the floor now. Have your legs out in front. And let's inhale, lift up our arms. And exhale, flexing our feet and folding forward. Bring your fingertips down to your toes or your ankles or your shins. Let's take a few breaths here. Connecting with the stretch down the back of your legs and through your lower back. And let's take 1 more breath. And then release the toes. And let's bring our hands back up nice and tall again. And then relaxing them down. Let's bend our knees so our feet are coming together, the soles of our feet. Hi, Julianne. And just cradle your feet in your fingertips, lifting your chest up and raising your spine so it's nice and tall. Let your knees fall out to the side and connect with the stretch through the base and through the hip area. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then releasing your feet, take the right leg forward. Leave the left leg where it is and bring the left foot right up into the groin area. Lift yourself up so you're on your sit bones, flexing the foot. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, fold forward. Just noticing where you feel this one. Taking a few breaths here, gazing towards your big toe. And try and have your knee relaxing down towards the floor. If your knee's sticking up, then you can place a block under it to give you some support. And then release, and let's swap legs. So bending the right knee and bring the right sole of your foot right up into the groin. Lift up, come up onto your sit bones. Inhale, lift your arms up. Flexing the left foot and exhale, fold forward. And bring your hands to where it feels comfortable. So you're just starting to get a bit of a stretch through the right glute area and the right ITB. Take a couple of breaths here. So this helps to release the tension on the lower back. And then release that right foot out in front of you and come back up onto your sit bones, flexing both feet. Inhale, lift up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. And hopefully you've got a little bit more flexibility this time. So grabbing onto your knee, onto your toes or your ankles or your shins, gazing towards your toes. I invite you to close your eyes and think about all the beautiful energy that you are inhaling in and radiating out. And let's take a few breaths. And connecting with the stretch through the back of the legs, the lower back and the shoulders. One more breath. And then release. And sitting back upright again. This time we're going to lift up the left leg and bend the knee and bring the left foot to the outside of the right leg. Nice tall spine. Place your right hand on the knee, left hand behind you. And we're going to twist our body towards the left and bring the knee towards the right. So you're getting a nice twist in the lower spine. Take a couple of breaths here. Each time you exhale, try to lift up and twist a little more. One more breath. And then release it and swap the legs over. So left hand on the right knee, right hand behind you towards the middle of your back, and twisting, lifting up and twisting to the right, drawing the knee towards the left. So getting a nice twist through the lower spine and through the right side, through the hip and the glute. And let's take a couple of breaths. One more breath. And then release it, come back to sitting. Give your legs a little shake, give your shoulders a little shake. And let's do a couple of neck stretches. So we're going to nod our chin into our chest and feel the stretch up the back of the neck. And then looking up, feel the stretch down the front of the neck. And nod your chin back in again, feeling it down the back of the neck. And looking up. And then taking the right hand and bring that over the head toward fingertips to the left side of the head, dropping the left shoulder and drawing the neck towards the right, very gently, feeling the stretch down through the traps, through the left side of the neck. And then release it and swap over to the other side and drop the right shoulder, bring the head towards the left, feel the stretch down the side of the neck, and then one more on each side. And then give your shoulders a little rinse. And then come on to tabletop. Having your knees underneath your hips and fingertips spread out, pressing the palms into the mat. Let's inhale, lift up our chest and look up. Nice curve in the back. So we're going to do a few cat-cows, and then as you exhale, nod your chin into your chest and lift up the spine. Feel the stretch through all the spine, giving it some nice warmth. And then inhale, lift the chest, raise your gaze. And just do a few more in your own time. Just feel that flexibility coming into the spine, a little bit of warmth in the spine. And let's go one more round. Take your knees a little wider, bring your buttocks to your heels. chest up, and then walk your hands forward, coming into child's pose and bringing your forehead down towards the mat. You may not be able to touch it just yet. Wriggle your hips a little bit and walk your fingertips a little forward, and let's just surrender into this pose. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. Connect with the stretch through the lower back and through the shoulders. 2 more breaths. Each time you exhale, try to bring your forehead a little bit closer to the mat. And then inhale, come back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Walk your hands back so they're under your shoulder, lifting up through the hips, pressing the heels towards the mat, and let the crown of your head point down to the mat. So you're getting a nice stretch down the back of your legs, taking your heels towards the mat. You might rock from side to side, getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings and through the glutes, also a stretch through the shoulders. And then walk your feet wide and walk your hands up underneath you, coming into a wide-legged forward bend and folding your arms, and let all the weight come onto your upper body. Allow your crown of your head to point to the mat and just relax here in an inversion, opening up all the little spaces so we're decompressing our spine. Let's take 2 more long deep breaths here. Notice where you're feeling this in your body. And then allow your hands to come down to the mat. Walk them forward, lift your chest and stretch your back. And then heel toe your feet a little closer together. Bend your knees and walk your hands up your legs and come up slowly to standing. Good. And give yourself a little shake, shaking the legs and the arms. Let's do a couple of rounds of our warrior poses. So we're starting at the back of the mat. Step forward with the right foot. And as you inhale, bring your arms up. Lift up your chest, lift up your gaze, bending the right knee and feeling that stretch through the front of the hip on the left side. So stretching up nice and tall. Take a couple of breaths here. And then bring your hands behind you. Bring your chest forward and come into humble warrior. So we've got our hands clasped behind our back and lifting our hands off our lower back. Lifting up through the chest, straightening the right knee. So you're getting a nice stretch through the right hamstring and through the shoulders. 1 more breath. And then release your hands to the mat. If you have a block available, you can place your right hand on the block. Inhale, lift up the left hand and look up towards the left thumb into triangle pose. Feeling a stretch through the chest and through the right hamstring. 1 more breath. And then exhale, bring the left hand down, come back up to standing and come to the back of the mat. Give your legs a shake. Then we'll take to the other side. So we turn our right toes out slightly, step forward with the left foot. Inhale, bending the left knee, lift our chest, lift our arms and our gaze, reaching up nice and tall and connect with the stretch through the right hip. And reaching out, let's take two more breaths here. And then as you exhale, bending forward, bring your hands behind you, lengthen out the left leg, clasp the hands behind your back and lift them off your lower back, looking down towards your left big toe into humble warrior. Let's take a couple of breaths here. So really feeling that stretch through the left hamstring and through the shoulders. And then release your hands down to the mat. Place your left hand next to your left foot. If you've got your block, you can place your left hand on the block. And then inhale, lift up the right arm and look up towards the right thumb. So you're getting a nice twist through the upper body into triangle pose. So really bringing that right thumb towards the back of your body so you open up through the chest. And 1 more breath. And then exhale, bring the right hand down and inhale, come up to standing. And just give your body a little shake. Let's do some balancing poses next. So we'll start with tree pose. So we're going to open up the right toes and move our hips in a little circle and feel the anchor points under the right foot. And then bring the left foot across the front of the right knee. So you're coming into standing pigeon. Slight bend in the right knee. Bring your hands to heart center. Find your drishti point and slightly bring your chest forward. So you're getting a nice stretch through the left glute and the left ITB. Feeling all the little stabilizers in the right ankle. And let's take a couple of breaths here. Just quietening our breath down. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Nice and still in your practice. One more breath. And then coming back up to standing and release. Good job. Give that a little shake. And we'll take it to the other side. So we're going to open up the toes on our left foot and move our hips in a little circle. So you feel the anchor points on the left foot. Find your drishti point. And then bend the right knee and bring the right ankle in front of the left knee. Slight bend in the left knee and then bring your hands to heart center. Bring your chest forward. And let's take a few breaths here. Notice how this side feels compared to the other side. One more breath and then relax. Come back to standing. Good job. Give it a little shake. Let's go to the front of the mat. We'll do a couple of sun salutes just to warm our body up a little bit. So we come to the top of the mat. We're going to inhale, lift up our arms, look up into mountain pose, stretching up, exhale, fold forward. And step back with your feet, coming into plank. You can bring your knees down here if you wish, and then slowly lowering your body down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Then inhale, pressing up through the hands, lifting up through the chest into upward dog, and then rolling over the toes into downward dog. Looking forward and step forward into forward bend. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Stretching the spine and exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Slight bend in the knees as you inhale, come back up to mountain pose and hands to heart center. Nice work. Let's go one more. They get your breath going a bit heavier. Let's inhale, lift up, look up, stretch, exhale, fold forward and step back into plank. Slowly lowering your body down to the mat. Untuck your toes, pressing up through the hands, lifting up through the chest. Look up, rolling over the toes, coming into downward dog. Then looking towards your hands and step forward into forward bend. Inhale, lift up through the chest, stretching the spine. Exhale, hug your chin to your chest. Slight bend in the knees. And coming up to mountain pose and back to hands to heart center. Nice. Okay, let's come down to the mat now. Coming onto our backs. Hug your knees up to your chest and give your lower back a little roll. Just rolling your knees, going in one direction and then the other. Bring your heels close to your buttocks. Press your palms into the mat and let's inhale, lift up through the hips, pressing the heels, and you might like to walk the heels a little bit closer to the buttocks. Bring your hands underneath you and clasp them and walk your shoulders a little closer and tuck your chin into your chest, lifting up and squeezing the buttocks. And this is bridge pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Feel the stretch through the front of the hips. And then release your hands and slowly lower the spine down to the mat. And then as you inhale, hug your knees to your chest. And then drop the right foot down to the mat and Bending the left knee and bringing it in front of the right thigh, and then reach up and hug your knees to your chest, coming into reverse pigeon. Bring your shoulders down to the mat. And let's take a few breaths here and notice the stretch through the left glutes. One more deep breath. And then release your hands. Bring the right foot down to the mat, but keep your leg crossed. Place your right hand on the left knee and draw the knees to the right as you gaze towards the left into a nice twist. Feel that twist through the bottom of the spine and through the outside of the left side of the body. Each time you exhale, allow your body to surrender to the twist a bit more. And feel that through the stomach. Feel the massage you're getting through your organs as well. It's good for your digestion. One more breath.
Hello.
And then inhale, bring your knees back to center. And let's take it to the other side. So we've got the left foot on the ground and bending the right knee across the front of the left leg, and then hug your knees to your chest. Taking a few breaths here. And then release your hands, bring the left foot down to the mat. Place your left hand on your right knee and draw the knees to the left as you gaze towards the right. And have your right hand all the way up from your shoulder, coming into a twist on the right side. And just gently, gently bring the knees towards the left side of the body. And feeling that twist in the spine and also a nice massage through the organs. One more breath. And then release your knee and bring them back to center. Uncross your knees, hug them up to your chest, and just rinse that out. Just roll the knees in a circle. And then place your feet nice and close to your buttocks again. We'll do another bridge. So we're going to inhale, lift up through the hips, pressing our heels into the mat, and bring our hands underneath. And then walk our shoulders together, lift up nice and tall, squeeze the buttocks, and nod your chin into your chest. One more breath. And then exhale, slowly lowering your spine down to the mat. Hug your knees to your chest again, just to rinse out one more time. And then from here, we'll go into our legs up position. So as you inhale, lifting up your feet, coming into either legs up the wall or a shoulder stand. And then take the feet out wide. Bending your knees, bring the soles of your feet together. And then taking your feet out wide again. That's it, nice. And bring your feet back to center. If you're in the shoulder stand, now's the time you can go into plow pose. So bring the feet over the top of your head towards the ground behind you. Release your hands so your palms are facing down onto the mat. Feeling the stretch through the back and through the buttocks. And then inhale, slowly lower your body down to the mat and come into a comfortable position for your yoga nidra. If you've got some socks there and a blanket or an eye pillow, you might like to put that on so that you're nice and warm. So we're coming into yoga nidra now, Elsa. So finding a nice comfortable position on your back. That's it, and cover yourself up with your blanket, getting nice and comfortable. so you can relax your mind and your body. So the practice of yoga nidra is a practice of yogic sleep that will guide you to a state of consciousness between wakefulness and sleeping. Try to remain awake by listening to the sound of my voice. You'll be asked to move your awareness to various bodily sensations, emotions, and images. Try not to concentrate too intensely, as this may prevent you from relaxing. During this meditation, please use and absorb what you need in the moment and leave the rest behind. If the mind becomes overactive with thoughts and worries, just come back to the sound of my voice. Become aware of any sounds that you can hear in this moment. Nothing else but what you can hear without strain. Begin to focus on the most distant sounds that you can hear and let your sense of hearing radiate outward, searching out these distant sounds and following them for a few moments. Move your attention from sound to sound without labeling the source, and gradually bring your attention to closer sounds, to sounds outside your building, to sounds inside your building, to sounds inside your room. Become aware of your natural breath. Become aware of your natural and spontaneous breath that moves in and out of your body without any effort. The natural breath flows in through both nostrils. Notice the feeling of the breath as it comes in and out of your nostrils. There's a sense of coolness as you inhale the breath. Follow this feeling into your nose, your sinuses, the back of your throat, into your lungs. There's a sense of warmth as you exhale the breath. Feel this warmth on your upper lip as you breathe out. The natural breath flows through both nostrils during the inhale and the exhale. Allow your breath to become longer and slower. Take a long, slow inhalation, followed by a longer, slower exhalation. Make your exhale even slower. Notice the slight pause after the exhale. Slow inhale, even slower exhale, and pause. Feel the urge to breathe bubble up inside you. And when you need to inhale, please do so with a long, slow inhale and a longer, slower exhale. And then pause where the body is neither breathing in nor out. Please continue breathing in this way. And now go back to the natural, easy breath, releasing any control over the inhale or the exhale. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. At this moment, you should make your resolution. The resolution should be a short, positive statement in simple language. Try to discover one naturally. Please state your resolution clearly and with awareness 3 times. The resolution that you make during Yoga Nidra plants a seed in the fertile soil of your mind to bring about transformation and healing. Also say to yourself, I'm practicing Yoga Nidra, I'm awake and relaxed. We'll now begin a systematic journey of sensory awareness throughout your body. You'll move your awareness to different parts of your body. As soon as you hear them named, please say the name of the part to yourself and feel that part of your body, but do not move any part. The practice begins on the right side. Right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of your hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big right toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, big left toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now go to the back of the body, right heel, left heel, right calf, left calf, right thigh, left thigh, right buttock, left buttock, lower back, middle back, upper back, the entire spine, right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, middle of the eyebrows, right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, both lips together, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, the pelvic floor, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, whole right arm, whole left arm, the whole face, the whole head, the whole torso, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Now imagine the whole body becoming light, as though your body could float away from the floor towards the ceiling. The head is light and weightless. The limbs are light and weightless. The torso is light and weightless. The whole body is light and weightless. You're rising higher and higher away from the floor. Imagine your body becoming heavy. Feel the heaviness in all parts of the body. Each part is becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. The head is heavy. The limbs are heavy. The torso is heavy. The whole body is heavy, so heavy that it's sinking down into the floor. Awaken the experience of cold in the body, the experience of chilly cold. Imagine being outside in winter without enough clothing. You feel this chill permeating your entire body. And now allow the sensation of warmth to spread throughout the entire body. Remember the feeling of heat in summer when you're out in the sun with no shade. You feel the heat radiating onto your skin and heat all around your body. recollect the experience of anxiety, intense anxiety and worry. Feel the stress in your mind and body, but do not concentrate on its source. Create the experience of anxiety as clearly as possible. And now allow the feeling of complete calm to envelope you. Manifest the experience of calm in your entire mind, body, and emotions. You are relaxed and aware. You are completely calm. Begin to concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyelids. Imagine before you a transparent screen, as though you're at the movie theatre. The screen is as high and as wide as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this mind screen and become aware of any phenomena that manifest within it. Colors, patterns, and light. Whatever you see is a manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness only. If subtle images make themselves known, simply notice them without directing the images. If thoughts occur, let them come and go, but continue watching the dark space. Continue this with detached awareness. Now imagine a number of different things will be named. You'll envision each of them on the level of emotion, memory, and imagination as best you can. Jump from image to image as soon as you hear it. Buddha meditating. A good night's rest. Full moon. Your reflection in a mirror. Foggy morning. Sun shining overhead. A bouquet of flowers. Tall tree. Receiving help from others. Cool, clear water. A relaxing afternoon. Laughing with friends. A warm embrace. Burning candle. Temple on a mountain. Path in the woods. Vibrant sunset. Taking a deep breath. A beautiful garden path. Your favorite song. The sound of my voice. Your body lying on the floor. It's time to repeat your resolution. Please repeat the same statement made at the beginning of the practice 3 times mentally now. Come back to the feeling of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Maintain your awareness of breath and at the same time, develop the awareness of your body, your physical body. Your body is relaxed and lying on the floor. Feel the container of your skin and the clothes and props that are touching you now. Notice the heaviness of your body as it rests on the floor and take your awareness to all points that are touching the floor. The back of your heels, thighs, buttocks, shoulder blades, arms, hands, and head. Do not open your eyes yet, but visualize the surrounding room. Imagine where you are in the room and the other objects that are around you. Lie quietly until you feel ready to move. Start by slowly moving your hands and feet. Take your time, there's no hurry. When you're sure that you're fully awake, gently open your eyes. Please roll over to one side and stay on the side for a few more moments. When you're ready, use your hands to press yourself up from the floor, letting your head come up last. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. I've got a little quote for us about abundance. Abundance is not something we desire, it's something that we tune into. Thank you for your beautiful yoga practice today, increasing your own vibration and everyone in our group and everybody around you. Let's bring our hands to our forehead for kind thoughts, to our lips for kind words, and to our heart for kind heart. Namaste.